Hi and welcome. In this recording, I will explain the connection between Bitcoin, Litecoin, crypto coins, and the US dollar currency, which can be used across the world and has been in use for many years. So, first of all, the culture of cryptocurrencies is more and more accepted by businesses, as you can see in this picture, but also by the government. If you have tracked some of the new messages coming even from here, the Investor.gov website, in fact, I'll go ahead and navigate to it, where the government is trying to help us understand the risks involved with Bitcoin currency. But yet comments like these ones down here about IRS treating Bitcoin as property really being very encouraging to making cryptocurrencies mainstream. So what I will do next is I will show you what accounts you have to create in order to be a part of the cryptocurrency process, also what they do, and how to exchange cryptocurrency into real or the fiat currency in the US. So we're going to start with what everyone is familiar with, which is a checking account. Now, a checking account, which I happen to hold with Fifth Third Bank, happens to be a storage of the US fiat currency. I can now write a check from a paper checkbook. I can, of course, use transfer funds or make payments. So everyone is familiar with this. This is our common ground. From here, though, the question is, how does money arrive into a checking account? And perhaps what are the risks involved with that as well? So let's start with the fact that there are two ways of gaining or acquiring cryptocurrency. The first way is to simply buy it. Now, this is not technically challenging, but let's show how this would happen. So to start with, in order to buy cryptocurrency, you can go in Canada to an ATM machine, which already does operate with cryptocurrency, or for now, you can log in to a Coinbase account. So Coinbase.com would allow you to create an account that is then linked to a checking account, like in my example here. So I can now buy Bitcoin or I can sell Bitcoin. And the Coinbase account really makes it very flexible to manipulate the cryptocurrency. But it does an important thing, which is it provides identification. So in order to create the account, I actually had to confirm my checking account with Fifth Third. So these steps bring legitimacy to the process. So my Coinbase account is going to be important for me because this is the base camp. This is where my account is going to receive Bitcoin or other coins. So let's take a quick look at this. Let me see. We're going to start by looking at my wallet, and so we'll start by looking at my wallet. And you can see that currently I have just 0.003 of a Bitcoin, which gives me about $1.40. And I can specify addresses which allow me to receive coins. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at those. Okay, so we're looking at addresses which I created on this account. And here's an address which will receive the payments from mining the coins. Now, this particular address can be publicly specified, and this address will receive the coins. Okay, so this Coinbase account allows me to purchase Bitcoin right from my checking account. And this is the easiest way to actually acquire Bitcoins. And then you may choose to hold them so that as the value increases, you can then sell them. That's one way of acquiring Bitcoins. Another way is if someone just gives you the coins. As an example, let me navigate here to my webpage, and if you were to look for the support link, you'll find that I have a donate button, and so you can just donate Bitcoins to someone. Now, the second way of acquiring Bitcoins is by mining. And this is where the technical level of Bitcoins increases. So let me show you what that's all about. So we will go back to the Coinbase account, and this time I'm going to create an address, and this address is going to be like an account number, a receiving end. Now my task is to generate the cryptocurrency. And you generate the cryptocurrency by running a special program which connects you to other computers, and together you are a supercomputer that is able to track transactions, put them together, approve them. Basically, your computer becomes part of the banking system. And as a thank you for being part of this banking system, you receive a small part of the newly generated coins. So this process is called mining. Now, in order to mine, first of all, you're going to have to sign up with a mining group. So individuals no longer really have enough computing power to mine by themselves. So instead, I have an account with a Script Guild, and important note here that there are two kinds of cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is one which is supported by a SHA-256 algorithm, and there is a longer history of this algorithm within this process, which means that you have to have very powerful systems, specialized systems which do the mining. And the second type of currency is built on the script algorithm, which actually can still be done on regular computers. So that script algorithm is where there's just a lot of mining that can be done by individuals. So you create an account here, and then once you have an account, you will receive a URL like this one, and then you create users or workers which generate or mine the coins for you. So once you created an account on this particular system, you then have to start a mining program on your computer. How do we do that? Well, you have to install a program on Windows or on Linux or on Mac, and this program is going to have information about who you are mining with, what is the mining group, and what is your username. Now this is once in a lifetime where you would like to share your username and password with everyone in the world. Because if everyone types in this address, all of that will be credited to my account. Okay, so moving on, we have the program itself called miner.d. We are going to use a script algorithm, and we'll go ahead and execute it against the specific URL with our credentials. I'll go ahead and do that. So now that it's running, I can see that my computer has 4 CPUs. Now this happens to be a Macintosh computer of medium strength, and these 4 CPUs are able to mine or run the encryption software at the speed of about 8,000 hashes per second. So that seems like fairly fast. If you have a computer that's 2-3 years old, you'll be mining more like at a 1 kilohash per second. Together, I'm probably mining around 30 kilohashes per second. You can see earlier this system was mining at 22 kilohashes per second, which was measured by the actual stratum that we were connected to. But if we just scroll down a little bit, you can see that I have another system that mines at 263 kilohashes and yet another one at 69. Now these other two are actually not computers at all. They are called ASICs, or devices specialized. They were created just for that one reason, to mine currency. You can see the difference, that those ASICs basically mean the same as 10 computers, fairly modern computers, mining at the same time. Now, these ASICs, though, this one costs about $40 and this one costs about $180. So there is a big business in building these specialized devices which draw far less power, about 8 watts. This one right here draws about 8 watts to run the scripting mechanism. Okay, so with this in place, I'm going to stop the mining program and we're going to move on. As you can see, we are mining, we are participating in the distributed network, and now this particular system mines across multiple coins at the same time, or multiple coins throughout the day. And there's a benefit to it, because there are quite a few cryptocurrencies today, and some of them are worth more, some of them are worth less. So the system basically makes the best out of these situations. But from here, notice that I can go to my wallets and I can specify the address. Now the address that I would like to have the coins sent to once they're mined is this right here, which is the same as the Coinbase address we created right here. Look at the end here, SHV, and so SHV goes right here. So what I am doing right now within this particular mining system, I am mining all kinds of coins, but then converting them into the Bitcoin at the current rate, and whenever there is enough to be 0.01 of a Bitcoin, I send it to my wallet. I also mine the Doge coin, or the Dog coin, I'm sorry, and the LTC coin, which is the Litecoin. Now, I can log into my Dog coin vault, and I have about 15,000 coins on this account, and I can show you what my LTC wallet looks like. And notice that this wallet is not online through a cloud-based or web-based system. This wallet actually exists locally on the computer, and whenever I turn on this program, it has to sync all the transactions that were ever made within the Bitcoin system. Okay, so that's how we can store the coins once we've mined them. Now, the mining of these coins can be observed in Allendale, Michigan at Grand Valley State University, where Eric Cunnin, the Emerging Technologies Coordinator, helped me create a display within the technology showcase. And we have students visiting the area, so feel free to stop by and look at the mining ASICs. I'll show you what they look like here momentarily. Let me just find the picture. Oh, there it is. So this is what the ASIC looks like. So it has a USB connection, its own power, and it does the coin mining. This particular ASIC is a picture of this one right here, which is through GridSeed, a company that produces these specialized devices. Okay, so Script Guild is the website which is going to put together a number of miners, so a number of people who are willing to use their computers in this banking system, and together within some kind of a pool, they're mining a specific coin, and then the benefits or the coins that are found are being shared. Now again, there's no finding that actually is taking place. All they're doing is putting together transactions from the network into blocks, and then running encryption software to find or to crack a difficult equation, and maybe every 10 minutes or so, this equation is broken by someone on the network, and this is how we can slow down the amount of transactions which are approved on the entire network. And therefore, we're building a ledger, a set of approved transactions, and that's how people know that they actually have gotten paid. Okay, so with this in place, we can go back to the Coinbase account, and as the cryptocurrency arrives here, our wallet balance will increase, and then we can go ahead and send the money by selling the Bitcoin, and at the same time we are connecting to the checking account where we actually get the US currency. So back in the checking account, we can see transactions coming from Coinbase, and then we can spend the cash. Okay, so looking back at the checking account, let's press refresh. Let's see what happened here. Honey, did you buy something recently? An airplane or something? All right, we'll figure this out in just a minute. So now that money can be on the checking account, we of course are familiar about how to use it. So hopefully this gave you an idea about the connection between cryptocurrencies, how to acquire them, either by buying, receiving them as a gift, or mining them, how to collect them within a wallet like the Coinbase system, and then how through a checking account you can receive the value of this particular currency in US dollars. Thank you very much.